Hey guys, StoneCold913 here. I'm here to give you a mod spotlight of Nerdboy's Mind and Blade Battle Gear's latest version, which is 2.8.0. This version, along with bringing a new item and some bug fixes and balances, it also is the first version to require Minecraft Forge and Player API installed. You also require Render API installed, which is a branch of Player API. At least that's how I consider it, because that's where I downloaded it off of Player API's website or page. So first off, for people who haven't seen any of my videos on this mod or my Let's Play, I'm gonna run through the items that you can craft, starting with the weapons. First weapon you should craft, and first weapon I ever crafted, it was the bow staff, or the wood quarterstaff. I don't know what you should call it, but I call it the quarterstaff, or the bow staff, or whatever. This item has low damage, but it has distance on its side. So, as you can see, I'm hitting this cow from 3 blocks away, knocking him out. It keeps enemies at least 3 blocks away from you, which means creepers, they don't get close enough to go, "That's a nice set of armor you have." So they can't blow up, and it's got enough damage to, deal with the creeper fairly quickly. Ooh, fell into a ravine. And the quarterstaff is crafted like so. 3 sticks equals a quarterstaff. Now, the next level of the quarterstaff is a spear, and I've got a diamond spear here. It has a slightly less damage than a diamond sword, but again, it's got that distance on its side. Ooh, come on, cow. Die. And the diamond spear is crafted like this, and it's pretty much the same for the iron and gold spear, just a piece of the item at the or the type of spearhead you want at the end. And that's the only thing that the spear has. Now we got the club, and the club has a chance to do 3-second stun on its enemies. So hopefully we can get this cow to be stunned. You see these particles, these mean that the cow was stunned. Come back here, cow. I want to stun you while you're alive. Nope, nothing. Alright, well, and then for each progressive level of the item, you get a higher chance to stun the enemy. See, can I stun this cow before it dies? Stupid cow's running away. Yep, see? He's not running away, because he can't move. And then we can kill him. And the club is crafted like so. A stick and 4 wooden planks. And the mace is a stick and 4 of your item, be it stone, diamond, gold, or iron. And then, finally, for weapons, we have the war axe. If you didn't see that, let me go try and do it on a cow. They have a little more health, and it'll be more demonstrable. Nope. Nope. Sheep? Yeah. You see those red particles? The war axe has a small chance to do 150% critical hit damage. And with each progressive level of the blade type, you get a higher chance to do that critical hit damage. Starting at, wood and then going up to diamond. But gold has the highest percent chance to do critical hit at 50%. And the war axe is crafted like so: 2 sticks and then 4 of your blade choice on the sides, be it wood, stone, gold, iron, diamond. And then if I do that, then we have shields, which are pretty much useless unless you put them into Battle Gear's custom player, battle slot system. So you put it in here, and then I'll put a diamond shield in here. And then what you do is you press a button, default being the R key, and it brings up the battle system. And you can block with these shields. And as you saw, that little blue meter at the bottom moved down pretty quickly. The lower the the lower the class of shield is, the faster that'll go away. They do protect you from a bit of damage, but it's not a lot. At least not down at the wood and iron or wood and hide level. But you can shield bash, which means you use some of the energy in your shield's block bar to bash the enemy and send them flying 2 or 3 blocks. And then you can get a, let me actually get these out so I can show you the recipes. Alright, the wooden shield is 5 pieces of wood in a cross type pattern. The hide shield is 5 pieces of leather in a cross type pattern. And then there's the diamond shield, which is one of 3 types of shields you can get, which are diamond, iron, and gold. You can see I have the iron and gold shields over here, which all do a fair amount of damage reduction. And they are crafted like so, with 6 pieces of your metal of choice, be it diamond, iron, or gold, and you get a diamond shield. Oh dang, it's getting dark out again. Let me turn it to day. Alright, and the wonderful thing that Nerdboy has provided for us from shields is that we can enchant them like any other item, but they get custom enchantments. Let's just go put it on the diamond shield, and for sake of demonstration, I'm using Thaumcraft's Occultic Enchanter. You can get protection, regular protection, which just increases the durability and the amount of protection you get from the shield. Fire protection, which at level 1 does 15%. It blocks 15% of damage from fire sources, and then moving on up until you get to Fire 4, which you receive 0 damage from fire sources, and the enemy has a chance to be lit on fire. Blast protection, starting down at Blast 1 to Blast 4, increases the amount of protection you get from blast damage, like creepers, where starting at 1 you get like 15-25% protection against explosions, and then going all the way up to Blast 4, where you receive 0 damage from blast sources, and at Blast 3, half of the shield becomes charged, and half of the damage will come back out on your next successive shield bash with that particular shield. And at Blast 4, the entire damage from the blast that you sustain, like the creeper or what have you, the entire damage from that blast will come back out in your next successive shield bash. And then you have projectile protection, starting at 1, going up to 4, where at 1 you receive a certain amount less damage from things like arrows and I'm guessing gassed magma balls. I'm not sure. Mostly arrows. And at projectile protection 4, all items are reflected and you receive 0 damage. So let's see if I can put, whoa, damn. I'm going to put blast protection 4 and see if I can't enchant this, and I'll come back to you guys when it's done enchanting. Alright, and I now have a diamond shield with blast protection 4. So let's go put that there. I'll get a diamond war axe to go with it. And then let's spawn ourselves a creeper. Alright, so he's gonna come at us, and I'm gonna block. See, I received 0 damage, and now, as you can see, at the bottom of my screen, my diamond shield is charged with the entire damage of that creeper's explosion. And if I bash this cow, he gets the entire damage from that explosion. But apparently it wasn't enough to kill him. So I'm going to beat him to death. So let's get ourselves another diamond shield. And go enchant it with projectile protection. And I'll show you what the projectile protection enchantment looks like when it's used. Alright guys, and as you can see now that I've gone into the inventory system, I have a black diamond shield with projectile protection 4. Mouthful. So let's go look for a skeleton. Let's turn it on to hard. Get them guys spawning up. I see one right over here. Now, once this skeleton sees me, he'll start shooting me. Okay, so he's shooting me and I'm getting hurt. But now that I'm blocking, see, if you saw, the arrow was deflected. Ah, there we go. It hit him and he hurt himself. But without, whoa, no. But, yeah, so that's what projectile protection does. Now, if we use NEI, let me go into my inventory system. Alright, now if we use NEI to add some enchantments, I guess you can't add multiple enchantments. Interesting. Alright, well, with the one other thing with regular protection on shields is that it allows you to block forever. There is no degradation of the block meter, which means you can just walk around and block all the time. Now, if you've been asking yourself, what's this armor I've got on? This is Knight's armor, one of the newest things that he added in the previous update. And like the shields, like, you know, your black diamond shield and your gold, dark green gold shield and your gray iron shield, you can dye Knight's armor. As you can see, there's multiple colors for the helmets and the chest plates and the leggings and the boots. And just the way that you do that is go into your crafting table and Now, the way to craft knight's armor is that you get chainmail and iron of the same type, and you put them into a crafting table, and see, you're not going to get a blank, item. And then you get a dye of your choice. Okay. A wool of your choice. And you put it in there, and you get the corresponding knight's armor piece. Now you're asking, how do you get chainmail? I thought Minecraft didn't let you get chainmail before. Well, Nerdboy added the ability to get chainmail very easily, which is 1 piece of iron gets you 2 chainmail. And then you craft a chainmail item just the same way that you would craft regular armor. So, a helmet. And that's chainmail armor. And then, as you saw, you craft the piece by adding the chainmail and iron equivalents of each other together with a piece of wool of the color you wish. Now, the other item in my inventory that you may be wondering about is the quiver. The quiver is the brand new item he added in version 2.8, where you go into your inventory system and there's a new slot for the quiver. You put the quiver in there and you get 4 slots with pictures of arrows. So if we go and we get ourselves a couple stacks of arrows, see, they go into these arrow slots. And if you get yourself a bow and you go out, see, I don't have any arrows in my inventory, but the bow fired. Oh wait, yes I do. Huh, that's weird. Now you see, no arrows in my inventory, bow fires, because it's coming out of the inventory slot for here. See, 61 arrows. Now, the really cool thing about Nerdboy's mod, actually, let me go put this here. The really cool thing about Nerdboy's mod is not only does it add these wonderful items, but it adds custom 3D textures to the player. So as you can see, I've got the arrows and in the quiver on my back with the bow. And let's see here. And if you look, it's not actually showing them anymore, but with the bow, you see the bow in my hand and the quiver on my back. And the wonderful thing is, he's also added a system where it'll show you how many arrows you have left in the quiver in, your slot over there. And what also happens is the arrows in the quiver take precedence over the arrows in the inventory. So if we go, we fire, see, the number in the quiver is decreasing while the number of arrows in our inventory stays the same, because the quiver overrides the arrows in the inventory, which means you can keep all your arrows in the quiver and not have to worry about having any in your actual inventory taking up space. And after sunrise, I will show you one more item from Nerdboy's mod, and that'll be the end of this spotlight. Alright guys, and now, the last item I wanted to show you from Nerdboy's mod is a strictly decorative mod, or decorative item, but I still like it. These are banners. They're just decorative items that are crafted with a stick and 2 pieces of wool of whatever color you want. And they kind of just stand there, like this. And they'll orient themselves to wherever you were standing when you placed them. And you can hang them on items, like I can throw black banners on my Vs tanks over here and what have you. and they're just decorative. And they come in every single color that you can get. So they come in black, red, dark green, brown, blue, purple, what have you. And that's the last item in Nerd Boys Mod that I have to spotlight for you. And that's Mind and Blade Battle Gear in pretty much its entirety. I may have missed something. If I did miss something, please just refer to the forum post, which I've linked in the description. Please rate, comment, and subscribe to this video to support me and keep me going with mod spotlights and future Let's Play content. But for my Mind and Blade Battle Gear, this is Stone Cold 913 signing off.